This is NECN News Now.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us here. I'm Bridget Blight.
And I'm Justin Michaels. Okay, we're going to begin here with a spoiler alert from the Olympics. Gymnasts Aly Raisman, Jordan Weber, and Gabby Douglas, they're all looking to add to their medal collection in London today. Now, we have results from today's events. Now, if you don't want to know them, you need to mute your TV and turn away for the next 2 minutes. We don't want to spoil your whole afternoon. All right, here we go. Needham, Massachusetts native Aly Raisman finally caught a break. After a stumble during the individual all-around finals last week, Raisman got 2 more chances to medal, on the beam, also on the floor today. She was fantastic on the floor, but she almost fell short on the beam. Our Jackie Bruno is live at a gym in Waltham, Massachusetts to explain. Hey there, Jackie.
Hi, Justin. Yeah, back over to you, Justin.
Jackie, looking good on the bars there. We were having a blast
Thanks.
watching that. All right, Jackie Bruno, thank you so much.
The scream as you went over, Jackie, that was priceless for me. Let's take a look at the latest medal.
Okay, on a much more somber note here, we turn our attention to Lowell, Massachusetts. We have new information this afternoon about a teenage boy whose body was found dead in the Lowell High School indoor swimming pool last night. Now, the Lowell city manager says they do believe they know who that boy is, and the Lowell Sun newspaper is reporting him to be 16-year-old Eddie Gahan of Lowell. Now, investigators believe Gahan entered the pool area yesterday afternoon. He was found dead in the pool around 5:30 by the coach of a private swim club that rented the pool for the evening.
He doesn't seem like he'd be wanting to be in the school building.
The school district is cooperating with the Lowell Police Department. They are reviewing surveillance video from the pool area. An autopsy will be performed on that young man, and police do not suspect foul play was involved in his death.
Elsewhere in New England,
Former Massachusetts gubernatorial candidate Kristi Myhouse was not in court this morning for his arraignment on assault and battery charges. Myhouse is accused of assaulting his wife during an argument in July of last year at their Yarmouth home. Now, his lawyer says Myhouse was not required to appear in court because he was not in custody. Now, that was the case until June, when the court rules changed, requiring an appearance by Myhouse. The judge continued the case until September 20th. Myhouse's attorney says Myhouse will be in court on that date.
Jared Lochner is due back in an Arizona courtroom this afternoon.
He's expected to plead guilty to the shooting rampage that left 6 people dead, 13 wounded, including former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. Now, should that happen, it will be with the blessing of Giffords and her husband, Mark Kelly. Kelly says accepting the guilty plea will spare the victims and their families from having to endure a painful trial. But before the plea is accepted, a judge must decide if Lochner is competent to admit his guilt and what that all entails. Jay Gray has more on that part of the story. Police in Concord, New Hampshire are asking for your help to find who is responsible for desecrating a home with some hateful graffiti. Take a look here. This message was found written on a house in the city's South End neighborhood. Now, police are hoping someone may recognize that handwriting there. If you have any information about this incident, you are urged to contact the Concord, New Hampshire police. Firefighters in Aurora, Colorado had to rescue people trapped in the upper floors of a burning apartment building. Now, 2 people died in the fire, 15 others were injured. At least 1 person jumped to escape last night's fire. Now, firefighters say some people were hanging out of windows when they arrived. Several were rescued by a ladder. And firefighters ordered evacuations as a wildfire in northern Utah spreads. Lightning sparked this fire on Sunday. It's already burned 2,000 acres and has destroyed 3 small buildings at Camp Williams. Now, that's the training site for the Utah National Guard. It is now threatening 93 homes on Eagle Mountain. All right, so it's time to take a larger check of the weather than before. And I'll tell you what, if you haven't stepped outside yet today, it's gorgeous.
I need to go.
It's gorgeous. Matt Noyes knows something about that. Tell us, is it going to stay this way, please?
Well, you know, not as great as today, but
all right, time now for some Sox news. The Red Sox, they're back on track. They hit the 500 mark today after a big win over the AL West leading Rangers. They won 9-2, and tonight's game is at 7:10. Our very own Mike Nikitas, he will be the guest stadium announcer. Look forward to that. But before the game, Sox manager Bobby Valentine got a show of support from his team's owner. John Henry emailed the media amid rumors that Valentine's job was in jeopardy, saying, quote, "We all share responsibility for the success and failure of the Boston Red Sox. We are not making a change in manager." And Valentine reacted last night after the game.
Well, I regret that they had to do it.
Valentine says he remains committed to turning the team around. Hopefully that magic wand will come in handy.
So besides someone to man the grill, you need a few other things for a great cookout, like nice weather and a great sauce.
We got the nice weather.
We have the nice weather. Now we need the good sauce.
Yeah, today's Mr. Food. He's going to show us how to whip up a sauce right at home, just how you like it.
Well, if you've ever cracked an egg, you know it's messy yet delicate work. Until this guy came along. He's in India attempting to break an egg cracking record, doing it with his chin, and he was successful, smashing the previous record, 130 eggs cracked in a minute, by taking on 150 eggs in 60 seconds. This does, however, still need to be verified by Guinness World Record authorities. He is currently icing his chin.
So we have athletes in London, and we have that guy down there. Good job. All right, there's more news coming up. For Bridget Blythe, I'm Justin Michaels. You're watching NECN, New England's news station.